G'day, I'm Nigel McGill. Today I want to show you the Theo Wanne Durga mouthpiece for alto saxophone. I'm really excited to try this mouthpiece because the Theo Wanne mouthpieces I know are brilliant pieces, and this is their sort of one of their brighter mouthpieces, which I'm really excited to see how it sounds actually. First thing I love about this mouthpiece, like all the Theo Wanne pieces, is they're just so beautifully presented. So the mouthpieces all come in a box. Inside the box you've got a brochure with some extra little bits for the ligature, but this is the part I really like. We've got the mouthpieces come with screwdrivers, so you can adjust the ligatures, which is actually really useful. You can get some different sounds and quite a variety of different feels with by adjusting the ligature. But the mouthpieces come in these pouches, and these pouches are great because it's great for storing your mouthpiece when you're, if you're like me, you travel around a fair bit when you're playing. Inside the pouch itself, we've got, ta-da, the mouthpiece. What a beautiful piece. I mean, look at that. It's like a piece of art, really. They are fantastic looking pieces. And all the Theo Wanne pieces come with these protectors, which are actually a great idea. So the idea behind this is that it protects the facing and the tip of the mouthpiece when you've got it stored in your saxophone case. So when you're done playing, whip your reed out, give it a clean, bung this thing back on, and then your mouthpiece is going to stay protected while you're traveling it around. I can't tell you how many people I know who have not taken care of their mouthpiece, or dropped it, or it's been bumped in their case and the facing or the tip's been damaged. And you know what? If you spend a lot of money on a mouthpiece, you really want to look after it. So this is a good thing to do. One thing that is a bit strange about Theo Wanne pieces is they don't come with a mouthpiece cap. So when I'm quite used to using a cap, I often have got a bunch of horns out, my clarinet as well, on the go at the same time, so I'll stick the mouthpiece cap on, and so they're all they don't dry out when I'm practicing. But for Theo Wanne, you actually need to buy the cap extra. It's about an extra $8 or about £6. But anyway, I'm going to pop this on the saxophone and let's have a listen and see what it sounds like. You know, I've been having a good play on this mouthpiece, and it is an awesome beast of a mouthpiece, I have to say. There's the Durga here from Theo Wanne. It's a size 8. You know, I'm a fan of big mouthpieces, and I'm glad I'm trying the size 8 on this piece, to be fair, because it's quite a focused sound, but the bigger mouthpiece, to me, gives it a bit of a broader sound. I think one of the dangers with metal mouthpieces, particularly if you're just sort of an intermediate player on alto saxophone, is that they can be a little bit too piercing sometimes. Certainly if you're looking at things like a Dukov or a Godala, a Dave Godala mouthpiece, they can be quite harsh. The thing I like about this Durga is it is bright, and it would definitely cut through in a pop setting, or if you're playing like a function band, or in a horn section, without being, but it's got projection and brightness without being too edgy, and I think that's fantastic, particularly in more contemporary styles like commercial jazz, smooth jazz, that kind of thing, where you don't really want something that's going to sound like a bandsaw cutting through the band. You want something that's still got some body to it, and that's what this has. So it's definitely a mouthpiece that loves to play that style of music, and I think commercial jazz or sort of pop styles definitely really suited for that. I'm just going to show you what it sounds like playing a classical piece. I wouldn't suggest this is a good classical piece at all. In fact, I think if you turn up with to an orchestra with this mouthpiece, you'd have your conductor shaking his head at you. But let's try it as an experiment and see what happens. So you can still get a nice smooth sound out of it, although it is a little bit bright for doing classical styles. And I'm not sure you get away with this in a show type setting where you're playing in a pit band. But if you're playing in a concert band or a horn section, if you're doing commercial jazz, pop playing, or even smooth jazz, I think this is a brilliant mouthpiece. It's got a lovely, lovely focused sound to it without being too edgy. And I definitely think it's a brilliant mouthpiece, and also a beautifully made mouthpiece, so you're getting something that's really good quality here. So that's the Durga size 8 metal mouthpiece for alto sax. Again, I'm on a Yamaha 62 alto, and my old trusty faithful 62, and I'm using Van Doren Blue Box size 2.5 reeds.